comfortable seat, sitting into the mat with your seat bones, pressing the hands down, and just finding a lovely tall spine. So we're just going to take a few rounds of our breath to just find that rhythm, find that inhalation and exhalation. So you can take the hands onto the ribs now. We're going to breathe into the hands, deep breath in, a nice controlled exhale. Good. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. And one more time, deep breath in and exhale. Lovely. So we want to really employ that exhalation through the mouth during the class. Take a quick bend over to the side just to open up the upper body. So reaching the arms out, take a nice stretch over. Feel that really nice extension. And then back through. And then the other side, just reaching over. Feel that length in the body. And up. Good. Now we're going to reach the arms up and then send the arms over and just relax through the back of the neck here. And then from this position, crawling over to your hands and knees. And we'll just take a few rounds of our cat and cow. So as always, taking this in your sort of own direction, pushing the spine up, really feel the back opening. Think about the tailbone sort of pulling down and then arching, opening through the abdominal wall, having a little twist and wiggle there. Lovely. Okay, let's take some 4-point exercises to really switch on our core. So we're going to bring our knees together. Make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. And then on your next deep breath in, slide your left leg out behind you and hold that posture. So we're going to bring the knee towards the chest, but without curling the spine. So we're going to keep that control and then exhale, send it back. Good. Now, if you want to make that a little bit more challenging, obviously you can add the opposite arm, elbow to knee, and then exhale, reaching long. And inhale to draw that position in and exhale. Good. And we want to think about that foot being pulled back behind us, really finding length in the back of the leg. And 2 more. Deep breath and exhale. And 1 more. Good. Holding that extension, find that line, find that length, and then bring the hand down. And now we're just going to take some gentle little circles into that back leg. So tiny little circles, just firing up those muscles, and then reverse. Take 1 more really deep breath, and then flex your foot. Place that foot down to the mat. Tuck your other toe, and then we're going to go straight out to a quick plank before we do that on the second side. So just holding that plank pose, really drop the pelvis, push the mat away for 1 more breath, and exhale, bring the knees in. Good, just sitting back, take a quick roll out of your wrists there, and we'll do that on our second side. So just rolling out the wrists, finding a little bit pliability there. And then coming up, really set this posture again nice and secure. So shoulders are directly over the wrists. And we're going to slide our right leg back behind us this time. And just start without the arm first on your inhale, drawing that knee in. And exhale, reaching it back. And we really want to think about everything else being very strong and stable. So we're just using those core muscles, squeezing in. And exhaling and inhale and exhale. Good. 2 more and 1 more of these. We're going to really focus as well on that underneath arm, making sure I have a little bend in that underneath arm, and then hold the leg there, bring that hand down, take those little circles into the leg, and then reverse the direction. Nice. And then flex through the foot, place that foot down. We find our second round of our plank. So slide your left leg out long, holding that form. Really push the mat away. Take 1 more really deep breath. And then exhale. Just bring those knees down. Lovely stuff. Okay, we're going to come over onto our back now. So just making your way down onto your back body. Once you arrive, down to your mat, have a little gentle windscreen wiper, just dropping those knees from side to side, just finding movement in the hips and just being always really mindful of our knees whenever we get down to having a little sort of rock or anything like that. Be really gentle with those knees. Nice. Okay, we're going to do some core work now. We have found our balance and core stability. We're going to do a few crunches with some extensions. So let's start by really finding those abdominals. So we're in a neutral spine, but we're pulling the belly button down towards our back. As we take a deep breath in, exhale, we come into a very gentle crunch, and then inhale, lower. And as we exhale, we come up. And we really want to think about looking sort of through that space between the knees, pulling down through our abs as we draw the body up and lower. Good. Just taking a few more like this and just really finding that gentle rhythm, that engagement. Good. Nice. Now we're going to take one leg off the floor. So you're going to come up to a little crunch. You're going to bring just one leg up and then exhale down. And then bringing that leg up and lower. Exhaling. And inhale to lower. And exhale. Nice. Now you're going to come up with that crunch, and then we're just going to take these little toe taps. So taking some nice, just gentle slices by each other. We want to keep those abdominals strong and just think about that big toe tapping down to the mat. Also, maybe you want to add your arms now. So you're going to just reach those arms up, find a little bit more stability. And then we're going to take it a bit slower. We're going to take a little bit slower, and we're going to reach the opposite, same arm as leg back and lift. Same arm as leg back and lift. And exhale, inhale. And exhale, inhale. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming up, and just give your knees a very quick squeeze. Lovely stuff. We're going to go straight into our supine twist. So taking those arms out nice and wide, we want to make sure that they're in line with our shoulders. So not too low or too high, but exactly in line with our shoulders. And we're pressing down into the mat, squeezing those knees to touch. We're going to drop the knees to the right side on our exhale. So exhale to drop and inhale to come up. Other side. Now, as we do this movement, we want to keep our head facing the roof. I'm just watching the camera slightly, but I want you to continue to look at the ceiling and really make sure that those shoulders are pressing really firmly down into the floor. So that's our main concern here. We don't want to go too far that we feel those shoulders peeling off, but instead we keep that strong connection to the mat. And up. And one more. Nice. And then just bring those legs down. Lovely stuff. Have another little gentle windscreen wiper just in between all those exercises. We're going to move into our roll-ups now. So continuing with our ab exercises into our roll-ups. So as always, keep in mind, if you need to, you can walk your hands up if you feel it's too much for your abs. Otherwise, taking your full roll up, reaching your arms back behind you. Have a lovely stretch out through your body. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, nice strong exhale. And we want to find a lovely tall seat. And we're just going to take a little side open. So you're going to reach your right arm open, looking towards your right hand, keeping that lovely tall back. And then a nice scoop down. So we're going to roll down through that core, scooping the abdominals the whole way down. Ease it all the way down. And then inhale, reaching back. Exhaling. Finding that tall spine. Really drop the shoulders, lengthen the body. And then taking your other arm out. Keep your gaze on that hand. And then curling down. And again, we want to keep that beautiful shape as we roll down. Keep that control, that engagement all the way down. Inhaling. Nice strong exhale. Good. We've got one more each side. So keep that connection with your gaze towards the hand. lengthening the spine and curling down, scooping back through those abdominals. Ease it down. And inhaling. Here's our last full one here. Exhale. Opening wide, gazing back and curling down. Last full roll down, and then our next one, we're going to just take our seat up. So deep breath in and exhaling. Nice. Okay, let's sit nice and tall. We're going to take a little variation of saw. So legs out in front of you, find a lovely tall back, really good one for spine mobility, and then reaching the arms out nice and wide and just really ensuring that that back is flat here. We're going to take a deep breath in and exhale 2 pulses over the right. And then we're going to reach over that foot for little 2 pulses and then sit nice and tall. Second side. And then reach for 2 and up. Inhale, center. Exhale. And then reaching and tall back. Other side. And reaching and tall back. One more each side. Take that beautiful spiral in the spine and then the length as you reach down. Just being really mindful of our hamstrings. Reaching over and up, tall. Lovely. Bring the arms down, bend your knees, have a little seated windscreen wiper. Lovely stuff. And we're going to come over onto our side. So let's do some side work now. So coming over, finding your side posture of choice. So holding the neck or lying all the way down. And we'll start with our mermaid lift. So we're going to bring the legs together slightly in front of us. Yeah, slightly in front of us on the mat. And then I want you to really think about your waist here. So someone pulling you up around your waist, lifting the body tall there. Top hand down just to watch stability. And we're squeezing those legs together. So we're going to lift both legs and then just ease them down. And exhaling, inhaling to lower. And we want to really think about length in the legs. So the more that we can stretch them long, the more those muscles can elongate. Always thinking about strength and length, working as a team. That little ethos. Good. 2 more. Nice. Good. And then lifting the top leg, and then we're going to bring that underneath leg up and ease it down and up. So we want that top leg to stay completely still and the underneath leg lifts to the top leg. And down, lift and lower. Couple more. Good. Nice. I'm going to hold this last one up there. Take some gentle little pulses. So we're just feeling those side obliques for 5, 4, 3. Keep pulling up through the waist. Nice. Now last little one here, we're just going to take a little swim. So legs are going to slide past each other, a little side scissor. And then once you get the coordination, we're going to breathe in, going sort of as fast as we can, and exhale. And breathe in and exhale. One more breath. And exhale. Hold those legs, lift them a little higher and bring it down. Lovely. Bend your knees, just pushing up to like a little mermaid position. So finding our mermaid position, reaching the arms out wide. We're going to tip over for a nice stretch and then come back through and then tipping away. Really good one for the hips. And then back over. Deep breath. And away. And we'll take that just one more time. Lovely mobility in the body here as well. And deep breath, exhale. Nice. All right, my lovely. Let's swing those legs around. We'll do that all on our second side. So as you did on the first side, we want to make sure that we're doing the exact same thing with that hand in the head. So if you're lying down, make sure you're lying back down. If you're up, make sure you're supporting the head up. Top hand forward, and we're going to go straight into those little lifts. So really thinking about those legs working together like you have one leg. And exhaling at the top, inhaling down. Lifting with control and easing it down. Great. We've got a couple more. Lovely. Okay, let's keep the top leg lifted, underneath leg to the top leg, and ease it down. And exhale, inhale, down. Good. Keep that control. And exhaling, and down, and lift. Good. Let's take a couple more. Lovely. And then we're going to join those feet together and have some little pulses, tiny little pulses. You're going to feel that waist working for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now let's take that little side swim. So once you get it going, once you get that coordination going, then you're going to pick up the pace. We breathe in and exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Final breath. And exhale. Hold it strong and ease it down. Lovely. Taking that little mermaid position on the second side, and we'll just take that little stretch out. So reaching over and then coming back through. A big exhale there. Deep breath, reaching over. And back through. And one more time, deep breath over. And back through. Nice, lovely work. Bring your feet together, knees to the side, and just take a very quick child's pose, just pulling down into the back, just bringing the body down, taking a few deep breaths in your child's pose. And while you're there as well, just have a little roll that into your wrists. So just take some time to, again, find mobility in the wrists. And then once you've had your child's pose, coming back onto your back, just easing your way down. Take a moment just to find your posture here. So we're really thinking now again about that abdominal area now that we're back in our supine. So thinking again, pulling everything down before we move the body in any direction. So we're going to do some work in our bridge now. So great one for glute activation, upper body, abdominals, sort of full body situation. So taking the hands up, finding a little bit more sort of challenge with the stability, or keep them down and feel a little bit more grounded if you need that option. So pressing into your feet, make sure your knees are in line with your hips. Start to tuck your pelvis. Really think of pulling everything down as you roll up through your spine, nice and slow. And then at the top, we lift the heels, lift them a little bit higher. Think of those hips pushing right up high, and then roll through the spine, nice and slow, all the way down. Take that journey really controlled, and softly lower and lower the heels. Tuck your pelvis, engage everything as you pull down there. Take your time to roll it up. Smooth, smooth, smooth. And then lifting the heels at the top. See if you push a little bit higher. And then roll it down. Take your time. All the way down through your spine. One vertebrae at a time. And drop the bottom, drop the heels. Take another deep breath. And exhale. Good. Pushing up at the top, lifting those heels. Find that peak position. And then rolling down. Nice. We're going to take this final one here. So last one coming up. We're going to just add a few bits on up here. So lifting as high as you can. Keep the hips high and the heels lifted. And And we're just going to take the arms and knees out. So we've got like a little wide clam position. Squeeze back in, drop the bottom, and then lift back up. So exhaling, inhaling, lowering down, and inhale, exhale. We're going to take this whole movement here for our inhale. And exhale. And in and up. And last one. Good. Now we're just going to hold that posture. Lift the hips underneath the glutes. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly roll it down nice and slow through your spine. Lovely work. Bring your arms down. Have a little windscreen wiper. Cross that lower back. Nicely done. Lovely. Okay, we're going to finish off today with a little side plank, and then we're going to come into our stretch. So just roll yourself back up, coming over onto your side, and we're going to prepare it on our forearms. So if it gets too much though, remember you can always drop the underneath knee and make it a little bit easier. Yeah. So shoulder directly over, elbow pressing down into that underneath hand, then using the top hand to help just push the body up, extend the legs, and then reaching that arm up. So you can always drop the underneath leg here, have one leg in front of the other, or take a nice stack. And we're just going to hold it today. We might just add a little arm circle. So the top arm is going to take a very deep breath and exhale, hold. 2 more times, deep breath in and exhale. And 1 more. And then hold it strong for 5. Keep breathing, 4, 3, 2, and ease it down. Lovely work. Sit yourself up. Just have a little stretch of that underneath arm. Excuse me. And then swing your legs around. We'll do that on our second side. So again, just setting that up nice and securely, pushing down into the mat to help elevate the body. Legs are stacking and reaching that top arm up. Deep breath in and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And 1 more there. Holding that strong, lifting up off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and ease it down. Lovely stuff. Bring that underneath arm across, have a nice stretch, and we're going to move into our cool down. Have a quick little stretch before we get on with our day. Wonderful. So just sitting on your bottom, taking your legs out in front of you and just stretching one leg, bringing one leg into our bent seated tree. We're going to find our nice tall seat bones, lifting up from the hips, lifting the body up, and then reaching forward for our stretch. And we want to really think about extending through the spine here, really lengthening over that leg. And then very gently just rolling up, taking your opposite hand to the knee, reaching the other arm up, and just taking a nice side bend, reaching for that foot. Think about that extension, that length, that always elongating. And then coming up. And then switching sides, bringing that other leg in, sitting nice and tall into the seat bones, reaching up and exhale. Again, just feeling that length in the back. Nice roll up, and then take your opposite hand to your knee, reaching the other arm up. Big, nice side bend. And then exhale, coming up. Lovely. All right, coming back into your seated posture. Finding your nice tall seat, just closing your eyes here. Bring your hands down onto your knees and just take some nice circles into your head and neck, really opening through the side and the front of the throat here, giving that neck a lovely stretch. And then reverse around the other way. Good. And then finding your head right on the top of your spine, sitting nice and tall. And we'll just take a little seated cat and cow. So bring your hands into your heart center, interlace your fingers, and then curl back. Just push the spine back behind you. And then sitting nice and tall, opening the arms wide, bringing them back in, curling back. Really good one for the upper back. This is the top part of our upper body here. And reaching. Final time, deep breath. Pull it back. Lovely. All right, we'll finish with our 3 deep breaths now. Well done. So deep breath in, drawing the arms up. Pressing down, exhale. And inhale, reaching up. Big exhale. Feel this lovely final breath is a really grounding one for your day. And exhale. Nicely done. Well done.